Let's go.
Greetings, gods and goddesses. We are in Walcott, Iowa. It is the largest truck stop
in the world.
The world's largest truck stop. It's right off of 80. We decided to pull in here last night and sleep instead of trying to drive farther and getting too tired. This rising, we woke up and it was a beautiful day. The sun was beating in Babe's face, and the time difference is so crazy. We woke up at 8 o'clock, and it's just crazy to see that in different time zones you have like more of a day to finish all the things you need.
Yeah, like we've been up, it feels like forever, but we still have so much time in the day, it's crazy.
Right, and we're super productive already. Overall, it's just been such a great trip already. We met this dude this morning, Paulie. Shout out to Paulie if you're watching.
And Dingle.
And Dingle, yes, and Red.
His dog.
Over there, we met a couple people. They had vans, and one was parked right next to us. We had the cat out. We had Lola out this morning. And the dog just came and started running up to us. We're like, well, what's going on? But it really created a connection. And he was like, Paulie came back and he was like, do you guys smoke tobacco? And we were just like, nah. He's like, that's good, that's good. Do you smoke weed? We were like, nah, sometimes, you know. We didn't really know how to feel about it. Just feeling him out.
I said,
but
yeah.
She said, yeah, I said sometimes. And then we ended up just hanging out with him in his van and his dog and sharing some stories about traveling. He gave us some advice on where to go, like out west and whatnot.
It's funny because he's from the west. He's from Nebraska. He's coming to the east to explore because he hasn't ever been up like north,
yeah.
And we're from where he's going,
right.
And we're from the east and we're going to the west, and it's just funny
how we just link up right in the middle.
Yeah, and like we pretty much know everything about the east and we're over it, and he's like, oh, I'm over the west, I'm out of here, like I'm trying to feel out the east, and we're like, no, we're leaving the east.
Right, so I mean, I guess it's just where you are for a while, you get used to it. That's why it's great to just, when we do get the van, to be able to be wherever we want.
Yeah, it made me really excited. His van was super simple too, which I liked. It just he just really had a bed. He had like a mini grill he would cook on, but it was really just the bed, and it didn't really look like he had much, but I liked that. Right,
it's so simple, minimalistic. Exactly what we're shooting for, just to feel like we're free and happy every day. That's the mission, especially with this, and it's shown us for sure.
Just do whatever we want. Like, he has no schedule. It's like, I'm about to make some money real quick for fuel and, you know, go to a different place and do the same thing. It's just like, his day is so simple. It's very cool.
And he plays music. So he'll play music, and then people will come up to him and just donate money for pretty much the service that he's providing. And I mean, music is happiness. And he only asked 2 people this morning. Just kind of brought up in a conversation too. The first person didn't work. The second person, they were from Nebraska, and they talked for a second. And the guy filled up his tank, put his credit card in and said, hey, have a good trip, be safe, you know, and filled up his tank like $80. So his whole day was done in an hour. And now he's just like, all right, on to the next, do whatever I want. It's just crazy.
Right?
That's so awesome.
I love it.
Well, we're gonna hit the road. Probably stop in a little bit. We should probably fill up now.
Yeah, we need to get some groceries. We don't have any food.
Right, we're struggling. She's hangry.
No, I'm not.
Nah,
I'm
she's
so
not.
happy.
And then we will catch up with you later.
Bye.
We are officially in Des Moines, Iowa. Not what I really expected.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be some random town in the middle of a cornfield or something. Anybody who lives here, I'm not judging, I'm just saying. It seems though it would be that way. But it's very like, we were reading some things about being vegan and whatnot. They have this place we're about to go check out. It's called Crunkwich. They have vegan ramen noodles, which you don't hear all the time, so that's a must. We should definitely check that out.
And by the way, Is it ramen or ramen? Because I say ramen and a lot of people say ramen, but I'm still sticking by ramen.
Ramen. So drop that in the comment box. What you think? Ramen or ramen? I know that when I was growing up, we call it ramen. Haha.
Okay, yeah. If ramen wins, you give me a back massage. If ramen wins,
You give me one.
yeah,
Cool.
definitely ramen.
So we're gonna check out the city, see what it has to offer us. This vegan ramen,
I haven't had ramen noodles in forever.
and we'll let you know.
Just got done eating our vegan ramen. I really liked it. I would give it an 8 out of 10. What about you?
It was good. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't my cup of tea. There's too much extra stuff like shredded Napa, and it was okay.
He's a very conventional eater, but I liked it a lot. I would go back again.
I would give it like a
6.5.
The noodles were good.
Oh, those were so good. They had ginger seitan in it, and it was just like the perfect amount of ginger. It was so good.
The tofu wasn't that good.
Yeah, the tofu wasn't that good.
The water was disgusting. You could literally taste the heavy metals. Like, it was nasty.
I brought a water in. Yeah, I really liked it. I would definitely go back. To stop at the Des Moines River Trail and just hang out. It's beautiful here, there's so much shade. Food is organic. Just trying to get stuff that we can eat right away. We're having an issue with the cooler. We don't want to keep getting ice over and over again. Time for the snacks. What? Oh. Why do they put all this weird stuff in our food? Let's give it a look. It's crazy how people want you to fail, or like scared for you to fail more than you're scared to fail. Does that make sense? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Like, why are you worried about what I'm gonna do or how I'm gonna do it? I guess people like have compassion and
they're curious.
That's probably most of it, to be honest.
But there's those people that are like, well, you need a job. You can't just do Uber.
You need a house.
Like, where are you going to put all your things?
So many things. It's like, that's what you need. That's like what you're comfortable with. Like, we are doing this because we want to increase our... That's crazy. We just saw a sign that said 222. We're huge in angel numbers. Like, we're doing this to increase our opportunities. Like, go somewhere different. Back home, it's just food and healthcare. You want to work at urgent care or Buffalo Wild Wings, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's not too many options. So I think that this is just, I think that we're not afraid to fail.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah, like, even if, well, I know we're not, but in the case that we ever did, like, so what? You just try again.
Being able to do whatever you want, like plan your day, time doesn't really matter. All of those things are like exactly what we want, because living in a house, we had a huge 3-bedroom house and we barely used like half of the house. I say we maybe used a quarter of it.
Yeah.
So it's just pointless to waste $850 every single month when we can spend that. Like, we can pay our bills and then have a lot more freedom with that money instead of put it towards a house that we're not really using to the best of our advantage. Like, we're using every inch of this car now, and that makes so much more sense.
I feel like it takes time too to remove yourself from a heavily materialistic world and like a comfortable life of like a house, a car.
And I think that, like, this is our rent now. So my car payment is my rent, which is okay because we're using it instead of like, I don't know. Paulie definitely figures out how to get everything that he wants. I mean, he's asking people for help, but he's playing music. He's cleaning up the parking lot of cigarette butts. Like, no normal person would just want to be like, hey, let me clean up cigarette butts so I can eat. But that's just his way to live, so.
I like it. I don't think you need a lot of things to live. Like, that just opened my mind up.
Or doing it for money. Don't do it because you're trying to get paid and you want to make $75 an hour or whatever, Just do it because you found a passion to be a masseuse and you're providing a service to someone. So now you're not robbing somebody. You're honestly expressing the value that you're worth in a service to somebody else, and they're gonna pay you in return for that. That's the whole emphasis on what we're trying to accomplish is entrepreneurship. And that word's like kind of like a trend now. It's not about that. We're so involved with ourselves now, and we're finding like these random ways to create income that we didn't even ever think were possible. Like,
so easy too. Like,
it's
that's all
easy.
you need.
It's literally that easy. But you just have to be creative and stay in your own lane. Like, it's not cool and it's not expansive to do somebody's idea already. Like, you can take that idea and recreate it, make it better, of course, but don't just copy.
I did see this post the other day that said, don't be afraid of doing other people's ideas, because if you look in the bread aisle in the grocery store, there's like 15 plus brands, but they're all still in the store, they're all still being sold.
Right.
You know, people like different things, so you can put your little creativity on an idea that's already existing.
Right. And that's the most important part. Just put you into everything that you do, and the universe will pay you 100-fold, I promise. Because that's how the universe works.
And just like focus on doing what you love. If you just focus on that and something that's fun for you, you're gonna be paid off regardless.
Exactly. And sometimes you'll be paid in value that's not related to money. You can get paid off by, like, I think that we got blessed this morning to connect with Paulie.
Yeah,
like,
I was just about to say connections. Like, I love, that's better than money for me. It's so fun.
And now, like, he's a lifelong friend. I think life is just, it's very simple, but the goal of what they're trying to do is make it super complicated and complex when it's really not about that at all.
We want to work for ourselves and only be dependent on ourselves, not some other system or people or company. Yeah.
Right.
So it's like, that's what I think we like. We like learning how to do things for ourselves so we can have more opportunity.
I would agree with that. And freedom.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's about to tell me that I have to be here at some time now. Like, I'm on my own time. I'm doing everything for myself. Well, for ourselves.
Yeah. Like, we're in no rush.
At all. We are officially done with Iowa.
Yes.
Got our groceries. Went to the Des Moines River. Now, off to Nebraska.
I would say that Iowa, it was interesting because I've never been here, but it's pretty slow city. But it was pretty.
It was cool. The energy's just too, like, low.
Yeah. Feels like our hometown.
Right. But it's cool though because this grocery store is dope. If it wasn't so expensive.
Yeah, they're just taxing Jackson.
For real.
Bye,